Here we go. I got I guess a sweet and savory eats, a morning snack. We'll maybe do a video. I bought these at WinCo Foods, the one on Highway 99 in Edmonds, Snohomish County, Snohomish County, Washington State, United States of America. Planet Earth, the original. Ghiradelli chocolate squares, peppermint bark. So peppermint bark squares. So it's one package. It was $1.48, and there's 2 squares. So I'm gonna do that. And then to hit my morning snack calorie allotment, I'm also gonna do an English muffin, just with the reduced fat Jif peanut butter. This is a Franz English muffin, original type / kind style flavor, and then the reduced fat Jif peanut butter. So, and I normally I'll do a hazelnut spread with cocoa in it, but since I'm doing chocolate, I was like, okay. And I usually get about 100 calories from the hazelnut spread with cocoa, and this is 130 calories, so it's pretty close to what I normally do, because I'll do the other stuff per normal. Okay, so let's jump in. I think this is, I've done Ghiradelli before in November 2023, a sweet eats of a milk chocolate caramel square. So I'll link to that video in the video description, as well as my 5 most recent before this Friends sweet and or savory eats videos. I think this is number 17. I have off-channel documentation, and I did not update it before filming this video, so yeah, so this one's a little squished. I'm thinking about adding a featured channel for somebody named Steph Bohrer, who has over 650,000 subscribers as of when I'm filming this. I'm Tanis Leonhardi. This is my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi, and today is Tuesday, 5 December 2023. She's a little bit different than... So my featured channels are kind of like stuff that are kind of that people might like if I'm not here, especially if I take a hypothetical break of 6 years from publishing. Where can one go and find stuff that is kind of true to me? She does a bunch of or at least towards the beginning of the channel, a bunch of book stuff, and I do some book stuff. I am not a bookworm, and she very much is, and as in reads what would a bookworm be? 100+ books a year. All right, I read to understand, which tends to come with a little bit of a slower pace, versus just reading to read a lot. My sister was that type, and I knew a bunch of those types growing up, but I was not that type myself. Oh, I'm getting confused. Which am I doing? I guess I'll do the Ghiradelli first. No, we'll do that last because it's sweet, and I don't want to overpower the savoriness of the English muffin. And the peanut butter. And so it was I watched one of her videos all the way through. I have not subscribed yet. There's sometimes it's interesting to watch a video on a channel and then see how the algorithm brings the channel back up, if they do, / what video gets brought up kind of thing. It'd be a little bit of a different approach, right? It's something I do not do. So, and I used to do that with some channels, but I removed them from the featured channel section that were stuff that people might enjoy watching, but they're not me kind of thing. So those kind of ones I've removed. So I don't really want to remove featured channels. So I guess there's yeah, based on the video I've seen, I'm familiar with the temperament of the person. It's a type of, I think the archetype in my life for someone who has kind of the temperament and personality and originality of Steph Bohrer is someone named Danielle McMath, and I ended up blocking her on Facebook. So there's a little bit of a hesitancy of, yes, this could be a different way for me to go for one channel on my future channels for this YouTube channel. But speaking from past experience, maybe am I mature enough to not go that way this time? That kind of thing. All right, so I got my 1 tablespoon of reduced fat Jif peanut butter on my English muffin. So yeah, that's something I'm thinking about. And maybe I'll mention, I watched one of her, I think it was the day 1 of Vlogmas 2023, which is vlogging every day up to Christmas in December. But if I remember, I'll do a mention to that channel in the video description. All right. Now, since I usually do 2 tablespoons, 1 of this and 1 of something else, there's less. I can taste more of the English muffin. There's less like spreadness on this. Any updates on the wedding? Sabosli might want to bring his dad. His elder Sabosli. Which, there is more than one person with the surname Sabosli. So my Sabosli at my wedding kind of hits that on the nose, right? There's at least his dad. Who is what, a single dad? Which is like an anomaly, at least in the United States of America these days, right? The vast majority, overrepresented in the single mom category as the single parent. Vastly underrepresented in the single parent is single dad category. But yeah, we'll see. If it's supposed to, if he brings them with him, he's invited. I say okay. I think it'd be an interesting thing if like we went to pick up Sabosli from the airport and the dad was there, because I think I don't, at least at this point, I would interpret that as, well, if the dad's here, he's probably, or like there when we're going to pick him up, and we're like driving up, you know, and it's Tomas Seychon driving, Kyle Chalmers in the front passenger seat, and then me in the back, one of the back seats, maybe like the middle back seat, but I don't know. And we see, like, you know, Dominique Sabosli, watch there be like Ed Sheeran there, you know, Dominique's dad, and stuff, and be like, at the moment, you know, matter of seconds priming as to here comes a proposal. Or maybe the dad just came to help me move. But, yeah. Now, if Ed Sheeran does, so I'm bringing up Ed Sheeran because I asked him to be my something blue for the wedding. Via YouTube. This is, you know, if this wedding and moving and all this comes to be, it's really a testament to how good YouTube is for personal life dynamics and getting people together. The True Love platform. I would be concerned over Ed Sheeran, like the swimming community in the United States of America, trying to confuse Ed Sheeran and Caleb Dressel. No. Ed Sheeran is Ed Sheeran. I'll give that a 40 out of 10. It's better with 2 tablespoons of spread. Okay. How are we doing? Good. Alright, and then last talking point, since I got 2 squares, this is the Ghiradelli peppermint bark squares. Maybe I'll just do Ghiradelli in my tags. Okay, here they are. Each one is 70 calories, but then the box says 130, so it's probably like 65, closer to 65 each. Okay, do I have any predictions about the future? For my life, so I'll say if this moving wedding thing kind of comes to be, there's a bit of, upon arrival, I guess we could start it of this, my soulmate and or soulmates. So here's what it looks like. We can count the clock starting, or can clock, I guess there's, I don't know, right? That could be one point. The other one could be arriving at Aberdeen or wherever we move me to. The third one would be starting my hypothetical 6-year break. Do I think the world is going, let's just make a blanketing prediction. Is the world going to change much? In that, from when the clock starts, a decade or 2 following that clock starting, does the world change much? I would say the world does not change in a substantial way, but there might be no change in a substantial change, but there may be perceptible change. perceptible change is something that one can see. So like, okay, things are changing, that kind of stuff. Or this storyline is progressing. Or a storyline that was used in the 1950s has been brought back up again, right? So it's nothing new, nothing substantial. And substantial for me, personally, so I'm including myself in this universe I live in. So this prediction is really not necessarily about everybody so much as like life from my eyes, right? My perspective. I don't see a lot of my friends I saw for years, or even over a decade. So there's at least a decade, a break, and then routinizing even just basic social interactions. Also, and that is required for me for change of substance, which means like there's something there. Like somebody might change their hairstyle a bunch, which is perceptible change. But if they're changing it for they want to be cutting edge at the front of the field, there's no substantial change because they're using the same formula, even though the hairstyle changed. Right. So substantial requires changes of mindset. For me, changes of social interaction and life routine. People want to know, here we go, nearing the end, if it would be a 6-year hypothetical break, repeated twice. So I'd be the 6 years, come back, push through, get caught up, and do the book notes. Introduce some new books, take a 6-year break, and then kind of do it again, and then be back to normal. So like 2 break, push, but not really a break, a hiatus and new videos, but I'm still here, and curation, and possibly other channels and stuff. If one of those were to be longer than 6 years, which one might it be? Watch one of my soulmates, or my husbands, or something abduct me. And the break end up being like, not a break, hiatus, 8 or 9 years, or something like that. Life can be unpredictable like that. My life. Alright, these things are coming from my perspective. So there's my take on the future of if when I move in with my soulmate and or soulmates. It doesn't apply if that doesn't happen. Right? This is talking about a particular case of life and planet Earth and the universe actually give me a chance to be with my soulmate and or soulmates. Yeah. Do I have a biggest fear? I don't want to end back up here. I've lived with my parents. This is my... So I moved back in for like 2 months between South Africa and Hawaii. It was about 2 months. And then I moved back in for 2 to 3 months, like called this home, between Hawaii and California. And now I've been here for over 4 years. I currently live with my parents. I'm approximately 31 years of age. So I'm hoping third time is the charm and I'm out this time. My sister's only lived here once, after like the college okay kind of living things. It was like for 4 months. So she has a better track record than me. I also don't want to end up back here. I'm not saying she would, but just I want to be out and with my soulmates and living my life happily. And my parents want that for me as well. I'm happy. Oh, what is this? What would I give this? I'll give it a 26 out of 10. It was not fabulous, but it was good. Yeah. Happy morning snack.